All right, I'm recording this video Wednesday night. So if I say tomorrow or Friday, whatever, right? I'm recording this Wednesday night. Game's on Thursday. Here we go. Final thoughts. I got three things for you that are really gonna be the difference maker. And we've talked ad nauseum about our team. We know the Detroit Lions. We know our strengths, weaknesses, who's playing. But I thought it was interesting, kind of looking at the Chiefs' point of view and what they're dealing with, both good and bad. So let's get into the good for us. This is Pride of Detroit. Shout out to them. They interviewed a writer for the Chiefs, and I thought some really interesting things here. He says Chris Jones, who was not going to play, was the only player on the defensive line that I would categorize as a difference maker. Love it. He is the only player that can generate a pass rush, he goes on to say. So meaning, hey, there's going to be blitzes, they're going to be fun. We can do all that. But when the rubber meets the road and you got to rush four, you're dropping everybody else, and you need to get a little bit of pressure. You got to move Jared Goff off the spot. Chris Jones is the only guy to do that. So the pass rush from the Chiefs, and I'll get to another thing in here he says, is not good. And you don't really think about that, but when I think about it, I'm like, you know what? In the past, their defense is very solid, and it starts with kind of Chris Jones is getting in there. They will not have him. That's huge. So the pass rush, I think offensively for the Lions, we can move the ball. We can do things that we want to do. We're not going to be dictated by their dominant defensive line. And I'll get to more of that in just a second. Next thing, though, he talks about, and I think this is really okay. Yeah. So here it is right here. This is my second point. Another positive for us is they're talking about first round pick on edge defenders. So that they've got a lot of young guys. And he says, who else is going to play at this point? Frank Clark is gone. Charles, I don't know how his last name, Aminu, is suspended. That's right. Chris Jones is holding out. Carlos Dunlap's not there. So he's saying we need these first and second year edge players to make a play. And so the Pride of Detroit guy says, as you can imagine by the answer so far, I'm really excited about watching the Detroit Lions offensive line versus the Chiefs defensive line. That's it right there. I've been saying it, been watching this channel. And by the way, we're going live for this game. We're going live. Check out us on YouTube right here, going live for the duration. It's very interactive. We have a lot of fun. So check us out for that game. Have the TV on, have us on as well. Our offensive line, I've been saying it. This is the first year we've been be fully healthy. We're going to run the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs is more explosive than we realize. And that's another thing is one of my final thoughts here is Jahmyr Gibbs is very explosive. Everyone on the Chiefs, Spagnola. Yeah, the defensive coordinator and Andy Reid talked specifically about Jahmyr Gibbs. This dude's explosive. So our offensive line, our running game, can't wait to see it. We're going against a weaker Chiefs defensive line. It's a fact, right? So excited for that. We're going to be able to control the ball on the offensive side of the ball. Now, flip it over to Patrick Mahomes and what he's going to say or what he's going to do. He's going on to talk about, hey, we lost some people. Can we replace them? And to add to all of this, Patrick Mahomes is another year older and just now entering his prime. I agree with that. He's a veteran, good player, fantastic player, but he's a vet. He's just learning, like he's in his prime right now. As Mahomes gets older, wiser, so does the decision-making with more weapons than ever at his disposal. And I agree with that. He used to have Tyreek Hill and you could go long, and then you've got Kelsey. Now it's just it's like 7 receivers of just like really good guys. I do think they're less likely to see the miracle throws, instead opting for the take what the defense gives you approach. What separates Mahomes from other quarterbacks that he takes it and then some. I think this will be the most efficient offenses of all time. Don't like that, but that's so true. Mahomes is going to cover up anything the Chiefs defensive line, defense, Chris Jones, Travis Kelsey, doesn't matter. You have Patrick Mahomes. So you how do you stop that? Well, our offense really is the key for me. So our offense has to be able to stay on the field. Can't have 3 and outs. Even if you get to midfield and you got to punt. I mean, that's fine. Seriously, that can't turn the ball over, can't do a 3 and out. That is what is really the difference. Hey, let's get 2-3 first downs. Then okay, We have to punt. That's fine. And you can't turn the ball over. You can't have those just brutal turnovers either. We cannot beat this team if we have a pick six or something like that. So our offense has to stay efficient, and we can do that because we can run the ball. And that's going to be the big key. I think David Montgomery is really good. I think he's a huge upgrade from Jamal Williams. I know our offensive line is healthy. First time our offensive line has been fully healthy, ready to go since we assembled this offensive line 2 years ago with the pick of Penei Sewell. Vitai's back, or I don't know if it's going to be Vaitai or Glasgow, but either way, doesn't matter. Whoever wins that starting job, let's go. The Lions and the Chiefs. We're going to go live again. Let me know your thoughts, by the way, in the comments and some of the things that stick out to you. But to hear a Chiefs writer really talk about the kind of concerns on the defensive line, it's huge. And that's what we need in order to really be successful against the Chiefs team, is to be able to run the ball. You can just get first downs. I mean, seriously, we know we're going to score, but you just can't just hand the ball back to Mahomes. I think we're going to be uber aggressive as well. Same thing. We're just not going to give the ball here, Mahomes, take it. We're just going to punt it to you and then you have it. No, we're going to go for it. We're going to trick play it. We're going to be aggressive. And that's what we love about Dan Campbell. And that's what I'm really interested to see this season, is that he's got the aggressive mindset, but he has never had the players to back it up. Meaning, it felt very, especially his first year he was doing it, it felt very gimmicky and just like we went for it when we shouldn't have, and we were trying to be aggressive, but we were really always kind of behind. Now, what if you're up 10 and you fake a punt? Like that's the different type of stuff that I absolutely love. And what if you're up 10 and it's 4th and 1 at midfield? Let's go for it. And I love that. And I think that's the new age of football that we're going to continue to see, is you have the ball. I'm not going to give the ball back to you. I'm going to try everything I can to keep the ball and keep going. So I'm not going to punt just on these automatic punt situations. And I think Dan Campbell's really learned how to. The one thing I love, Bill Parcells said this: the hardest points to get in any game are the first points. Take that field goal early, hit a couple field goals. That's fine. And then we can get aggressive in the second half or whatever, right? So Dan Campbell, excited for what we're going to do aggressively on 4th down, going for it, fakes, all that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Stick true to what we do, and don't give the ball to Mahomes. I absolutely love it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, live, check us out. We throw up, if you've never been live with us before, we're constantly throwing up the comments that you're putting on there, talking about it, having a lot of fun, and just really excited to go live and just share this with the rest of Detroit Lions fans, and just to watch and to see the Lions opening night. Can't wait. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you on the next one.